Hi Collective, welcome and welcome back to Ninth House Tarot. You're tuning into another timeless reading that will resonate from whenever you find it. Take what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else, as it is a collective reading, guys. So I've got just a little bit of Druzy agate here that I've just been meditating on just for a few minutes. So I think this reading is going to be somewhat similar to the last reading. Readings that were uploaded this week. Okay, so I mean, if it's not, it's not, but if I feel like it will be. So with that in mind, I have decided to use a deck that I have. It's an oracle deck I've not used for the collective before, and it's actually called Twin Flame Ascension deck. Take Me Home Oracle. You probably can't see it because I've got the green screen on. There you go. So it's a twin flame deck, okay, and I won't get into the science and the myth of twin flames and what it is, but the way that I use that deck is to really gauge the lessons that I am being taught at the moment via somebody else, via somebody that's being mirrored to me, or how I'm being mirrored to somebody else. I want to really look at the lessons that I'm undergoing at the moment, how I can come home to myself, my authenticity, my own integrity, and to ultimately become a little bit more enlightened, okay? Increase my consciousness as well. So that's how we're going to be using it today. If anything else comes up, then, I will mention that. So this reading, Twin Flame Ascension Oracle deck. So this could involve a romantic twin flame. This could involve a soulmate of some kind. This could involve those that are on an active twin flame journey. It could also just involve people who are not in union with their twin flames at this time. So you are going through that part of the process on your own before you come into union with your twin flame. I don't believe that you always come into union with your twin flame, at least not permanently. I don't know, but I do really like this deck. So I just see people as the people that make the biggest changes in your life. I see them as soulmates and people that are there to ultimately expand your soul's growth, right? Let me know in the comments if you feel the same, similar, or completely different. That's just my view on it. Oh, that flew out. Did you see it? Probably not with the green screen. Masculine twin releasing lower self. Interesting. So as with a lot of my readings, at least 6 to 8 weeks, masculine energy is coming through strong. Okay. So masculine twin. Excuse me if you can hear screaming outside. I think it's home time for the kids at the school down the road, so they always walk past. Oh, and then at the bottom you've got healing separation, go within. So I'm going to take that one, just put it off to the side. Okay. And for masculine twin, releasing lower self. So we're going to use this lovely deck. It's one of my newer decks and I really, really love it. It's amazing. Great for kind of soul growth, and yeah, it's just great in elevating consciousness. And yeah, it's called Sacred Symbols Oracle, which is, that's the booklet for it. So why is masculine twin here with the releasing lower self? Can I get one card here as well? Thank you. Oh, 2 cards. Okay then. So you got good fortune, if I can make it up, and safe travel. Can we see them? So good fortune and safe travel, green. Both of them look very green. Green card. In fact, all these cards are green. Again, I had this green theme the other day when I did another reading, and I'm getting what I'm getting now. I could be talking to an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then we're going to go Energy Oracle cards, which I've not used for a while. Why is masculine twin here releasing? Right, so I'll take it. It is happy family. So, yeah. Happy family vibes, can you see? Oh, well. Oh, well. And then we've got, so safe travel and good fortune came out together, so I'm going to take that as one card. So why is safe travel and good fortune here? Adjacent possibilities, okay. Other options. Something unseen or something not yet aware of, opportunities not yet aware of. At the bottom of the deck you've got the fourth chakra Archangel Raphael card. Can you see it? No, you can't. Okie dokie. Let's keep going. So we're going to be using, what is this? I don't know. Anyway, it's this one. If you can see it. There we go. So why is masculine twin here? Releasing the lower self. Why is that here? Whoa. Two just went crazy. Toil and labour. Okay, someone who has gone through the ringer with something, works really hard on some things, probably possibly somebody who has gone through shadow work or is going through shadow work. Sometimes I read it as that. And message of concern came out with it as well. So this is literally hearing, you know, difficult news, challenging news, or going through something challenging. Okay, and then we've got safe travel and good fortune here with adjacent possibilities. False person. So usually somebody who is wearing a mask, not being honest or transparent. Anything else here? For safe travel, good fortune and adjacent possibilities. Great fortune. There we go. Great fortune. So something definitely fortuitous. Happy family. Why is sorry, not happy family. Why is masculine twin here with releasing lower self? That flew out. Mercury in Gemini. Could be a Gemini placement, dealing with the Gemini. Well, Mercury in Gemini is that's its home planet. You know, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so this is somebody who's very good with their speech, very good in conversation, very quick-witted, quick thinking, coming up with solutions to problems. Okay, dual mind working. That just came into my head. Whatever that means. Okay. Tell me more. Safe travel and good fortune. Speculation. This is Jupiter in Cancer. So you've got Cancer energy here now. At the bottom of the deck, you've got affair, Venus in Leo. Okay. Take that out. Right, and finally, let's look at these cards. So, happy family is what it is, right? It's all about somebody finding either happiness or stability or some kind of stability within a community or family unit. It could also just be like the Ten of Cups energy, which is happiness, abundance, a higher vibration of consciousness as well. But with toil and labour here, a message of concern with masculine twin releasing lower self. This is somebody who has a message of not rags to riches, but poverty to expansion, or poverty to growth, or poverty to something. Okay, because we've got Mercury in Gemini, which is all about excitement. Somebody may have something exciting to tell you about some kind of spiritual journey that they've been on, and don't forget, if this is not them to you, this is you telling them. Okay. And the journey that they've been on with releasing lower self here is that they have they've come into some kind of knowledge around possibly about a family situation, but really just about their happiness, what makes them happy. They've been able to achieve some kind of change of mind, of consciousness, of perspective around what makes them happy. They've released a lower vibration version of themselves. Sorry, I'm looking for a booklet. I don't know where to put it. They've released a lower vibration version of themselves, and they're absolutely amazed with it. This is something new to them. This is something new, and also, but in doing so, what they've realized is something about the connection, or something about the friendship. Where is the book? Right, let me pause. So this is why I just try not to multitask, because the book was somewhere where I literally looked. It was right there, but I didn't notice it. Right, so for masculine twin releasing lower self, we have it says the twin flame reunion starts by restoring harmony within your inner soul polarities, which brings balance to your inner masculine so that your inner feminine feels loved and supported. Typically, the masculine twin flame has been emotionally emasculated and carries the stronger feminine energy within your twin flame counterpart template. If you are the feminine twin flame, you have been carrying greater masculine characteristics. The masculine twin implies that the divine masculine role within your twin flame dynamic must be healed in order to restore union within. This means that you must heal your inner masculine, which also strengthens the masculine twin flame. You can accomplish this by reprogramming your personal life from not feeling good enough into your ultimate truth, declaring that you are more than good enough. Pay attention to any fixer patterns that may arise and surrender control of others or situations, especially where your twin flame is concerned. Focus on your needs. This helps you own your worth as you transcend the lesser version of yourself and rise above challenges that have prevented your inner masculine from standing in your truth and feeling empowered. So I feel like this is a journey that somebody has been on. We've literally, like I say, we've got toil and labour here. This is hard graft, hard work. Sometimes I associate this with shadow work, with message of concern, but also happy family. This has been resolved. This is somebody who's coming to a realisation, some kind of enlightenment, some kind of awakening, like tingles in my head, who is now excited to talk about it, to share it. You know, if you do speak to them, they may just be, because it's Mercury in Gemini, just talking, lots of talking about their journey, about what they know now. So yeah, likes that. And then we've got Safe Travel that came out with Good Fortune. So Safe Travel says a trip, a journey, or even a simple change of scenery is upon you. Meditate on this before you start a new adventure, move to a new home, or take a trip. So we have Good Fortune as well, which says no matter what your query, the universe gives you its blessing. This is also a powerful time for manifesting. So ask now for what you want more of in your life. It is granted. Acknowledge blessings in your life, the blessings in your life, and more will appear. And that's here with Great Fortune. Okay, so this is like a double confirmation of blessings or some kind of good fortune from recognizing something, them having or you having recognized something about yourself. But I do feel and also going with other choices or the opportunities or the avenues, doors that possibly haven't been chosen before. I'm trying to show you the adjacent possibilities card, but we can't see it. Can we see? No. Okay, there we kind of right. No. So anyway, this is somebody who, with false person, is recognizing some kind of falsehood that they have been living. With speculation here, with Jupiter in Cancer being all about family and the home. This could have been some kind of falsehood that was maintained in a family situation, because we do have happy family here. It's giving the energy of somebody who's broken some kind of generational trauma or some kind of generational habit or behavior, and through doing so they've brought good fortune not just to their bloodline but to their life, to themselves in this lifetime. With Jupiter in Cancer as well, this is a timeless reading. However, at the time that I do this reading, Jupiter is transiting Cancer, so you may want to check out where you have Jupiter in Cancer in your birth chart, and where you have Cancer in your birth chart, and how Jupiter in Cancer might be affecting that part of your birth chart, and this may apply to you. I mean, especially if it resonates, definitely go and check out where you have Cancer in your birth chart. But yeah, there's a strong message here about family, changes, something around family possibly, where there's been changes and somebody has been able to kind of break a glass ceiling, or break some kind of barrier or something. Okay, they've been able to think outside the box, think laterally, if that makes sense. I hope so. So yeah, let's get some energy here. Nope. We've got the Knight of Wands. I could be talking to a fire sign, don't have to be. I could be talking to, somebody in the remit of mid-teens to like early 30s, but ultimately this is somebody who I feel like naturally they are quite a passionate, inspired or creative person, energetic definitely, and probably sometimes can come across as impulsive or not really thinking things through. But also what I'm getting in this energy is an energy of fearlessness, an energy of somebody who was also excited to move finally, to somebody who is free to kind of do what they want to do. The fire energy, especially the Knight of Wands, does what they want to do. They do what they are inspired to do in the moment. And I feel like somebody's kind of like the reins have been taken off them. Tell me more about this masculine twin releasing lower self. Oh God, the cards on the floor. It fell upright. Six of Pentacles reversed, which I do like to see. So this is somebody who, through choosing the self, they may sound like self-care, through choosing the self, through giving to themselves, or choosing not to give to others, or to give charity to others, or support, or overgive, they're giving themselves a new lease of life. There's freedom here. There's freedom to explore. They found a new part of themselves. Yeah, Hanged Man energy. That's Pisces energy. So we've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Pisces here now. This is somebody who is now seeing things from a different perspective. They are spiritually enlightened with the Hanged Man. They were definitely in some kind of pause or surrender period where they were forced to really reflect on things. It's an energy of, with the Knight of Wands here, and the Six of Pentacles present, they weren't able to really move or do what they wanted, or to live in their spontaneity, creativity, or freedom, until something was addressed, until they had some kind of time out. Yeah, and this is what released them ultimately. And this is where, you know, their spiritual consciousness ultimately is elevated here, with the Hanged Man. Tell me more. Oh, the Temperance card and the Four of Swords. Yeah, this is somebody who definitely took some kind of mental time out. Can't see them, but yeah, they are there. With the Temperance card and the Four of Swords, took some kind of mental time out to gain some balance mentally, to gain some balance within themselves, to really weigh up kind of how they can create stability and harmony within themselves. What is their purpose here? What is the meaning to this? Like, how can I overcome something? This is what was happening during that stasis period, that period of stillness, that period of reflection. It could have been a dark night of the soul, although I'm not necessarily getting that, but it could have been. It's definitely a lesson that was learned and reflected on a lot. I'm definitely seeing here some kind of thinking energy. A thinker, could be a Sagittarius placement. That's the strongest placement here, as well as Pisces. Tell me more about masculine twin. The Four of Pentacles, why is that here? The Knight of Pentacles reversed. The cards are all over the place. I'm sick of this shit. Okay, so that card fell face down. It was the Eight of Pentacles, but it fell face down. So we won't take it. But we've got the Four of Pentacles. Crossing it is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is someone who has not just withdrawn their energy, their resources, their money from whatever they were given to. They have killed it dead. Okay, this is somebody who is being disciplined in the decision that they made. This is someone standing on business, because they were stuck. They were literally stuck and they couldn't do what they wanted. They put an end to something. Okay, let's get a little bit more about the happy family. Let me get these cards up. King of Wands. As I split the deck, you can't see it. There you go. It's happy family here. And the Three of Pentacles reversed, because there's some kind of dissolution of something. If it could have been a family or a community that were collaborative family or community, but Three of Pentacles reverse, this is disharmony, this is misalignment, this is you know, the illusion of working with others to a common goal, but actually there's an imbalance of workload, there's an energy of working alone, uneven responsibility. The Knight of Wands wants to come out again. Yeah, there was a lack of teamwork, or there was a lack of the family feeling, but with happy family here, I feel like this is what they found that within themselves. They may have also found some kind of balance and harmony within the actual family dynamic. Tell me more about happy family. Or something wasn't working. The King of Wands. The King of Wands, he took action. He looked at his past experience, because that's what the King of Wands does. He looks at his past experience, what's gone before, what worked, what didn't, what burnt him, what didn't. How can we make it better? How can we move forward? I'm actually absolutely inspired and driven to get this right, to move forward, to make a change here. Tell me more about happy family. So yeah, I feel like I am talking about a strong masculine, specifically someone with strong fire placements, even if it's not your sun sign. But with the Nine of Wands, yeah, this is somebody who was scared to do this. This is somebody who was living behind a fear wall, not wanting to initiate that change, not wanting to rock the boat or disturb the peace. Tell me more about happy family. The Sun card in the reverse, but there was no growth. It was the stagnancy and also the unfair distribution or unfair expectations that ultimately drove this King of Wands to take action. There was no growth for them. It was not working for them. With toil and labor here, they were, this is like slave labor, or this is somebody who's the breadwinner, who's the caregiver, who is the emotional support person. Like, they are doing everything, okay, within a family home, and it's just not fair. Okay, so what is this message of concern? What is this message of concern? The King of Cups. Message of concern, King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody who is quite they're the emotionally intuitive, could be, but emotionally intelligent king is what I wanted to say. Compassionate, diplomatic. They also wear their feelings under their sleeve, but it's more that they can keep their emotions in check, in the right types of situations. But I feel like the message of concern, because it's a concern, is that there's emotions, feelings that I cannot keep under the surface. I am usually known for keeping my feelings in check, but I cannot keep them in check about this. What is this? The Six of Swords and the Six of Cups. Okay, so there's something here again. Six of Cups is a family situation. It could be kids. It could also be somebody from the past. I think with the Six of Swords and the Six of Cups here, this is about having walked away from something in the past, having departed from something, released something that was around a family situation or a soulmate situation, I would say. I think there's something about this family dynamic that prohibited this masculine from, well, it really pushed them to move on at the time from this connection, from this family, not their family but another family situation. It could also be that it forced them to move away from their own kids. That's for some of you. Despite, it's like they put their own feelings aside in order to serve their family. But the thing is, around their family dynamic, whatever dynamic that was, it was like slave labor. It was unfair, it was unbalanced, and it really meant that the masculine was having to compromise on what made them happy. It meant that they were burying their feelings, because they're very good at kind of keeping their emotions in check and very good at not allowing their emotions to lead them, and just putting things to the side and getting on with things. But there is a kind of a message of concern here. Message of concern. Tell me more about that. But again, I just feel like this is a realization. It's like all that other noise in the background where I was being taken for granted, that's been addressed now. Yeah, the message of concern is that since they moved away from someone, all they've been able to think about, I can't see the cards, is the Two of Cups. Can you see? No. The Two of Cups and the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is literally thinking. The Two of Cups is about a connection. So the message of concern is, I've not been able to stop thinking about that, about the connection, about walking away from the connection, about the feeling of this connection. The feeling has stayed with them. And it could have been over an argument or some kind of disagreement of feelings, disagreement of it's the Five of Swords and the Ace of Cups here, disagreement of feelings, or investment of feelings. There's a lack of acknowledgement around feelings is what I'm getting. So let's get safe travel and good fortune. Why is that here? And no, I'm just going to keep going. I was going to make this 2 readings, but I'm just going to keep going now. Travel and good fortune. And the Emperor, as I say, that is at the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Pentacles. So why is safe travel here with good fortune? Why did those come out together? Oh, wow. The devil in the reverse. Okay, because somebody's got the devil off their back. Now, when I say that, I don't just mean an external energy. I think within them, there was something within them. It could be something around always being the one to keep their emotions in check, because the King of Cups was the first out in that second hand. But something toxic that kept them in a situation where they compromise themselves or put themselves last. That is something that they've shaken. They've released limiting beliefs, unhealthy attachments. They've released codependency, because I feel like there's a codependency dynamic. Tell me more about safe travel and good fortune. And there's something about masculine, if I'm talking to you directly, about your consciousness, your vibration, or something you're elevating in some way with good fortune here and adjacent possibilities, because you made a different choice, because you didn't carry your family's generational traumas and or familial expectations. 10 of Cups just tried to come out. Yeah, so I love that for you. Tell me more. Safe travel and good fortune. What is that here? Page of Swords. So that's Gemini energy. So the Page of Swords, yeah, this is somebody who is still learning ultimately, but they've took the first steps. This is somebody who's has been curious, who's really been doing either the research, really assessing and looking at where they fall short, where they're being where they're self-sabotaging, where they are questioning their worth, they're questioning their ability to do things, to have a voice, to get things done, to yeah, they're exploring all these limited beliefs and where they came from, and making different decisions. Give me one more. Safe travel and good fortune. Give me one more. 10 of Pentacles, and that is the good fortune. 10 of Pentacles. So there's a reward here. There's a richer sense of self. And you know, when there is a richer sense of self, you know, even you know, vibrationally, consciously, this does start to play out in the material world if you're living from an authentic place, and I feel like this person is beginning to. So congratulations, masculine, if that's you I'm talking to. Great fortune. Why is great fortune here? Well, we know where great fortune is here. Let's not ask about that one. Why is adjacent possibilities here? Adjacent possibilities. 6 of Cups. So there's new connections, or there is a connection, or what is this 6 of Cups? A connection could be showing up. This will be like a soulmate connection. Okay. This could be not like a do-over, but this is an energy. We've got the 6 of Cups and the 2 of Wands. This is somebody going back to the crossroads that they've been at before. With the 6 of Cups, this is the past. This is familiarity. This is nostalgia. This is going back to a place where they made the wrong decision, or they made a decision. And tell me more about this 6 of Cups, 2 of Wands. And they're picking the adjacent possibilities. Okay, yeah, this is going. Nine of Swords reverse just come out. This is going back to the place where it all went wrong, where they made the wrong choice, where they took the wrong path despite what they felt. This is where they picked someone else over them. This is where they picked the family obligations over their own happiness, or over whatever that was. One more for adjacent possibilities. Oh gosh, Justice card wants to fall out. King of Swords reversed. Yeah. This is somebody who, at the time when they made the decision the first time around, they may have made it head over heart. They may have really detached from the decision, detached from their emotion, detached from what they may have wanted, and really did the best for everybody, not for themselves, for everybody. Which in some situations is very commendable. But I feel like in this situation, it meant that they, with false person, were very, very untrue to who they were. It really compromised who they were in their foundation. That being said, I don't think this was I don't think the masculine had a conscious awareness of what their foundation or their truth or their core was. They knew what they want. They knew what was expected. They knew what was the done thing. But who they were, what they wanted, I'm not getting the impression that they really knew that. I feel like this masculine knew that as time went on. It's like, hang on a minute, why have I chosen, again, something outside of myself? Why have I not chosen me? Why have I put the collective above myself? So somebody's with safe travel and good fortune and adjacent possibilities, somebody is able to go back to the moment that they made that decision. They're going back to it in their mind. They may go back to it physically, and make a different choice. Adjacent possibilities. Tell me more about adjacent possibilities. I know I just got asked for that, and I got the Six of Cups and the Two of Wands. But is there anything else about this choice, this crossroads? What was the crossroads? What was the choice? What was the moment? The Emperor at the bottom, the Eight of Pentacles. This person has done work, and the World card, and they've closed something out. What is the other? What are the other possibilities here? The Eight of Wands. This could be to act on something. They may have, in the moment when they made a decision, or at the time that they decided to make the choice that they did, it could have. It came from a place of detachment. It came from a place of this wouldn't work. This wouldn't be the right thing to do for everybody. This would hurt people, or whatever it was, different for everybody. But they may have felt, again, Sagittarius energy with the Eight of Wands, they may have felt that innate Knight of Wands energy, that Wands energy, to act impulsively, to act on their instinct, to move quickly, to travel quickly. This could involve travel. Tell me more about adjacent possibilities. What are the adjacent possibilities? What are the adjacent possibilities? Tell me more. Okay, I'm just going to finish right the fuck here. Excuse my language. I've got the Ten of Cups, okay, so that is happy families. That is the adjacent possibility, and it came out with the Knight of Cups. This is somebody who is making a different choice to give themselves a happy scenario, a happy ending. I hate that. Don't, mind out the gutter. To give themselves a happy ending, but to also, it also means to speak some kind of emotional truth as well. Not just to someone else, which it doesn't have to be to anyone. I'm not seeing anyone else. I am seeing just masculine energy. But this is about their own true happiness, giving themselves the opportunity to be happy, telling themselves the truth emotionally. But with the Eight of Wands, definitely acting on something that makes them happy, as opposed to pleasing this community or pleasing this family. They're pleasing themselves. Ten of Cups, their own happiness, abundance, elevation of consciousness and awareness. I love that for them. So I'm gonna leave it there, collective. Really eye-opening reading. Let me know in the comments if that is your reading, or you know who it belongs to. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.